Taylor, what am I doing here?
Well, sometimes we just need to learn from the professionals.
Don't call me that.
Okay.
But I do appreciate you guys asking me to be on tonight.
Of course.
And this is a student-centered production, and you guys do the best work, but I really appreciate you giving me the honor of anchoring today. So thank you.
We're happy to have you.
Well, thank you.
Good evening and welcome to our latest installment of the Seneca Scout. I'm Taylor Bowers.
And I'm Mr. Dan McCoskey. During our past few weeks off, there have been countless news stories in the public eye. Tonight we bring you a few of these stories through the lens of Seneca Valley. We'll cover exciting new things going on in the district, a few local tragedies, and the arrest of infamous international figures.
With that, let's start off with a story on the hearts and minds of many in the area. On Monday, NFL player Demar Hamlin went into cardiac arrest during the Bills vs. Bengals game. After what has been reviewed as a textbook tackle, 24-year-old Bills player Demar Hamlin stood up, then quickly fell back to the ground. Officials ran to his side to help him and quickly called over EMTs. CPR was administered to Hamlin on the field for 10 minutes before he was stable enough to be transported to the University of Cincinnati Hospital. After arriving at the hospital, Hamlin was intubated and put into medical-induced coma to help his heart regain strength. At the time of this recording, he woke up yesterday and his breathing tube was taken out this morning. Doctors believe Hamlin is without brain damage and they say he's having a remarkable recovery. Hamlin is talking to his friends and family and is fully coherent. He keeps making strides in his recovery as time goes on. This story hits close to home since Hamlin grew up not far from Seneca Valley. Hamlin grew up in McKees Rocks, PA, and attended Central Catholic, playing as number 3 on the field and playing against our own SV football team growing up, as seen as this clip from the 2014-2015 season. After high school, Hamlin attended the University of Pittsburgh before entering the 2021 NFL Draft and joining the Buffalo Bills. In college, he started a GoFundMe page for a toy collection charity for his hometown. Originally, the goal was $25,000, but after Monday, over $5 million have been donated. Tom Brady even contributed, donating $10,000 to charity. The people of Pittsburgh and all over are hoping Hamlin a full recovery.
And we certainly do as well. Now we transition to a major international story that has occurred in the past week. Last Thursday, internet celebrity and former martial arts star Andrew Tate was arrested near Bucharest, the capital city of Romania. Tate and his brother Tristan were ordered to be detained by the Romanian authorities for 1 month as the Romanian Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism, or DICOT, pursue human trafficking charges against the pair. The Tate brothers are from England, though according to DICOT, 2 Romanian nationals were detained as well. All this comes after Tate was involved in a Twitter fight with young climate activist Greta Thunberg. The provocation of the exchange was after Tate posted a list of his cars while boasting about the respective emissions ratings. Greta responded with an email address and a word telling him to get a life. Tate fired back with a rambling cigar-fueled speech with a curious pizza box at the bottom. While at first glance that may seem insignificant, this minute detail is what alerted DICOT to Tate's whereabouts. Tate has denied the recent allegations. However, if found guilty, he could face up to 20 years in Romanian prison. It is not yet clear if or when Tate will stand trial.
Stepping off the international stage, we now take a look at our very own Seneca Valley cooking classes. Earlier today, the Culinary Arts 2 class here at Seneca Valley held their end of the semester food truck challenge. Students compile everything they've learned over the past 18 weeks and set up a business plan for a concept food truck, develop their own menus, create truck prototypes, and prepare the food for students and judges to sample. Whichever group earns the most votes for favorite food truck wins the title Food Truck Champs. Let's check in with a few of the contestants to hear their thoughts.
My name's Alec, and this is Tenzo with me.
My name is Gianna Guandolo.
Hi, I'm Miles, and I'm on the meat bin team.
La Cocina della Nonna.
I'm a part of the Rough Riders.
We are doing spicy foods. Everything we have in our group is spicy. We're doing spicy pork. We have Alabama firecrackers. We're just trying to make sure we can just literally burn everyone's mouths out.
We're making chicken parmesan and breadsticks for our food truck competition.
We're making pulled pork sandwiches and bacon mac and cheese.
I think we're feeling ready. Casey Christensen helped us a lot. Italian heritage, so we're trying to come through. But yeah, the food's gonna be great. We're feeling great.
I'm confident, but also I'm a little nervous. My group is a little bit of a frazzled mess. We have been kind of winging it the whole time. We've been trying to pull everything together as fast as possible while not trying to burn a whole kitchen down. But other than that, I think we're pretty good.
Feeling very confident. We're 100% gonna win, no doubt in my mind.
Thank you to the contestants who put their input, and now we dive into another facet of Seneca Valley.
And now we are lucky enough to have the Seneca Scouts Art and Kylie with a closer look at a hidden gem in the Seneca Valley Intermediate High School, where students can display their art and have been doing it for several decades.
The Seneca Valley Big Art Gallery recently welcomed local artist Gadi Leshem and displayed his sculptures in the intermediate high school. Students had the opportunity to observe and study his work. The Big Art Gallery has been a part of Seneca Valley for over 20 years, and this year has resumed hosting artists for the first time since the 2020 pandemic.
So the art gallery is a big art gallery, and it's kind of a play on words because it's a small space, and it's actually named after Dean Marshall, who was an art teacher here that was nicknamed Big, and he retired and has since passed away. And we just thought it'd be a great way to honor him and name the gallery after him in kind of a way that's not obvious. And we have art shows in there of professional artists, both locally and regionally, and then student artwork as well. I think the big gallery is unique because it is space dedicated to art, but isn't just a display case.
This talented artist recently visited the school and held a presentation for interested students to come and learn about his work. Students were able to learn about his experiences and creative process, as well as being able to ask questions and connect personally to this art.
My name is Gadi Leshem. I usually do figurative work and portraiture. My inspiration are inspirational figures, people that I find and get me excited about what they're doing in the world and specifically. Everyday faces that I see, almost every person that I see has an interesting feature in their face. My primary medium is water-based clay, and I like it because it changes its hardness as the process continues because it dries, and then you can build quickly initially and then get the details in when it dries. And I also like polymer clay because you can get all kinds of colors mixed inside, and you get the final piece fired in your own oven at home. I hope they enjoy it. I hope they look at it and feel an emotion to it. Either happiness or maybe another emotion, but I'm hoping that it will trigger some internal feeling when they see my art.
Let's see. So coming up, it's going to be really interesting because we've had two artists so far as part of this collaboration series where we're focusing on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I was able to choose those artists to just get things rolling for the year. But now I'm going to be meeting with the representative group from the 910 Art Club and the Shop Club, and those students are going to have a chance to look at a list of artists that I have and choose the next two artists for the show themselves. So they'll have a chance to kind of curate who it is. So I don't know who will be in the art gallery next. We'll find out.
Thank you for that, Arden. We now shift gears to the tragedy that unfolded in the Brackenridge community less than an hour from here. Last Tuesday, Police Chief Justin McIntyre was shot and killed by suspect Aaron Lamont Swan Jr. after an altercation between the two, as Swan Jr. was wanted on a probation violation. Another officer from neighboring Tarentum was also shot during the ensuing foot chase. Swan Jr. was later shot and killed by Pittsburgh police. This is no doubt a tragic situation for McIntyre's family as well as the community of Brackenridge. To comment on these recent tragic events, we spoke with Seneca Valley School Resource Officer Ryan Miller.
Hey, I'm Officer Chris Miller. I'm with the Jackson Township Police Department. The school assigned to the senior high building as a school resource officer. I've been working for Jackson Township for approximately 15 years and have pursued a course as the resource officer in this school district. Tragic passing of Chief McIntyre from Brackenridge Police Department illustrates the dangers of this job, that any call, no matter what, in this particular case was a violent felon that was wanted on, I think, a gun charge, had fled from other agencies and was spotted in Brackenridge, and they were checking the area and encountered the suspect and a gunfight ensued. These things happen in split seconds, and unfortunately we pay the price, with our lives at times. Simple incidents, simple traffic stops, a suspicious vehicle, anything that we walk up to, including even something on this campus, a strange car on campus, could lead to a lethal encounter. Right now it's fresh in people's minds and people are sympathetic and show remorse for it, but it fades over time. And just like to express to people need to consider that this is something that law enforcement encounters daily. Our job as law enforcement, as I still am at Jackson Township Police, is the safety of the community. In Chief McIntyre's case, he was trying to apprehend a violent subject that was a clear danger to the public and paid and sacrificed his life doing so in trying to apprehend this gentleman. We all have families, we all have kids, we have kids in the district, and we look out for the community. If people would just understand that we care and we're human beings just like everybody else, it might make our job a little less mysterious. A lot of people look at police work as a mysterious job. They don't know what we do and they view us as kind of intimidating in uniform. But ultimately, we're here to get violent people off the streets and protect the community.
Certainly a tragic story, and our thoughts go out to the community of Brackenridge and Officer McIntyre's family.
We end tonight on a lighter note with a historic accomplishment for Seneca Valley's female athletes. The inaugural season of the Seneca Valley girls wrestling team is finally upon us. One of the fastest growing sports for girls in the country is wrestling, and Seneca Valley's girls team joined several other teams in the area this year. After having a few female wrestlers on the boys team over the past few years, wrestlers Natalie Toffanelli and Isabella Leedy spearheaded the effort to create a women's team at Seneca Valley. After getting school board approval and hosting try-it nights for interested girls, the team garnered 18 female wrestlers and coach Jessica Leedy in its first official season. The team recently had 2 wrestlers place 4th in their respective weight classes at the Powerade National Tournament held at Cannon McMill High School. We spoke to assistant coach Lexi Toffanelli to find out more about this historic season.
Girls wrestling has been growing exponentially. The state of Pennsylvania has actually been behind compared to the rest of the country. The PIAA has not yet sanctioned it as an actual sport, but kind of made an agreement with the state that if we could get to 100 schools with girls teams, they'll sanction the sport. As of January of 2022, there were 20 teams in the entire state of Pennsylvania. And then as we speak now, January of 2023, there's 90 teams. I got involved with girls wrestling. I was the manager of the boys team when I went through Seneca Valley High School, fell in love with the sport, kind of wanted to do it myself, but couldn't find any more girls to kind of tag along and join a team with me. So I made my sister start up while she was still young. My sister Natalie Toffanelli is now a junior, and she was all in on making a girls team. I'm looking forward to kind of growing a passion of wrestling within those girls on the team. So many of the girls' first year wrestling, so it's really cool to watch them kind of fall in love with wrestling, ask a lot of questions because they're really excited to learn, and so yeah, it's just really cool to be a part of their journey. I'm most proud of these girls coming out and trying what is typally a boys' sport. It is a very hard sport, physically, mentally exhausting, so I'm really proud of every single girl who's showing up every day, being really tough, getting beat up every day, and yeah, they keep coming and they love it.
Thank you to Lexi. The women's wrestling team will have their first home match against Mount Lebanon this upcoming Wednesday, the 11th.
Taylor, I've been meaning to ask you as your teacher, do you know what the word penultimate means?
I do not.
Penultimate means second to last, and this happens to be the second to last Seneca Scout of the year You guys have done an excellent job. I've been so proud to watch you grow as journalists and filmmakers, and it's been really nice seeing this show come about. So great job to all you. Thank you for all who tuned in tonight as we continue to bring you more local, national, and international news to the events of Seneca Valley.
And be sure to tune in next week, which is our last show as the semester draws quickly to an end. Have a good night.